Jared Fisher from Deerfield.
And I'm Sloan Greenfield from Columbia.
Today we're going to be speaking on behalf of the Religious Action Center of Reformed Judaism. We were speaking with you today about reproductive rights, specifically S758, also known as the Each Woman Act. This eliminates the Hyde Amendment, which ended the ability for government-funded insurance programs to pay for the abortion procedure. The Each Woman Act will guarantee that everyone that receives insurance through a federal plan or program will have coverage for an abortion. It will be exponentially beneficial to the poor and others reliant on government insurance. We would also like to make clear that even though the term woman will be used throughout this speech, we understand that not all women have female reproductive systems and not all who have female reproductive systems are female.
A woman's right to affordable, legal, and safe abortions is one of the most important and pressing issues for our country. Co-sponsoring and helping to pass the Each Woman Act will help women across our country access the life-changing and sometimes life-saving procedure with more ease. The Each Act eliminates the classist and extremely restrictive Hyde Amendment. The reasons to co-sponsor this bill are mounted. First, the majority of Americans are women, numbering at more than 165 million, whose own bodies are being regulated by this restrictive policy. The Hyde Amendment mostly negatively affects those with lower incomes, due to their increased need of insurance from the government. In fact, one in every 5 women of reproductive age is on Medicare or some other government health plan, meaning that 20% of women would not be able to obtain an abortion paid for by their insurance. This statistic does not even include, the cost of obtaining an abortion is prohibitive for many people on Medicare, who are in many cases already struggling financially. The Supreme Court guaranteed the right to an affordable, legal, and safe abortion for all women, including those of low income.
As representatives of the Reformed Jewish movement, we support the Each Woman Act because in one of our oldest books of written laws from the Jewish oral tradition, the Mishnah Ocholot, we are told that if a woman's labor becomes life-threatening, the one to be born is dismembered in her abdomen, for her life comes before the life of the fetus. As Jews, we have been taught for hundreds of years to value and prioritize the life of a pregnant woman before her embryo. Additionally, the Talmud, the collection of Jewish laws, tells us whoever is in pain, lead them to a physician. These parts of the Jewish traditions encourage us to help those in being, including pregnant women. The Each Woman Act ensures that more people have the option of getting an abortion because in doing so, we are able to represent the customs that have been passed down from our ancestors by ensuring the safety and life of pregnant women.
From a very young age, my mom started telling me and my sister that we have control over our bodies. She continues to stress this to us, that there isn't a single person that can ever take advantage of us because our bodies are ours. She places us in front of the mirror and makes us repeat, "We are strong, powerful women who are beautiful inside and out." This ritual happens a lot in my household, and repeating this line in front of the 2 strongest women in my life reminds me how lucky I am to have their support. I see women fighting all over the world to gain the right to make a choice about their own bodies, and I get so upset that they can't make this decision. So I'm lobbying here today to increase abortion access, for I've always been so passionate about women's rights and women's equality. Getting an abortion is a decision of what a woman wants to do with her body, no matter what the reason. Last year, while I was lobbying with the RAC, 2 young girls from Georgia decided to lobby for women's reproductive rights. Georgia, where, as you know, abortion laws are extremely strict. They walked into their elected official's office, ready to share their speech. And after saying they were going to lobby for reproductive rights, the chief of staff said, "Stop. Laws like that don't get passed." They were not able to share their speech and have their voices heard. So we'd like to thank you for listening to us and their story. I'm proud to be a woman and to be able to stand up for my right to make a choice about my own body. Because as my mom taught me, no one can ever tell a woman what to do with their bodies.
Due to how low-income women struggle to get an abortion without insurance, the Jewish stance, and on behalf of the girls in Georgia who lost their opportunity to speak, we ask you to further expand a woman's right to affordable, legal, and safe abortions, especially for low-income women reliant on government plans. We would like to encourage you to please become a co-sponsor for S758, which will provide all Americans who use the government for their insurance an opportunity to have a safe and affordable abortion. It should be each woman's decision on how and when to have a family, and Each Woman Act will allow them to do that. Thank you so much for your time and everything you've done and will continue to do to support women's reproductive rights.